This recent political campaign caused me to think about just how the disorder that is in the world, just inherent to the world and our society and our country, how that negatively impacts our mental health and particularly our anxiety. And what really brought that to my attention, and I did another video about this, is how both of the political parties used fear as a tactic to try to get people to vote for them. And that just brought to the forefront for me just the significant disorder and dysfunction of politics in general, but also just other aspects of our society. And I've made a little list here of the things that are also in disorder. And this is just a short list. And my intent here isn't to be pessimistic necessarily. It's just to point out that the world is an anxious place and we still have to live in it and function. But, and here's the list. So we have our political system that's in disorder. We have a national debt of $35 trillion. That just sort of sits there in the background. We don't pay attention to it, but that just doesn't make any sense. That's not sustainable. The military industrial complex that to a great degree rules society. That might be a bit too strong of a statement, but it is in the background playing a significant role in many aspects of our life. Healthcare or lack thereof for most people in America, or many people, homelessness, hunger, and ironically, obesity at the same time. 40% of people in the United States are obese. Racism, war, concern over, and an increasing concern over nuclear war. That's always been there running in the background since I was a kid, but it seems to be cropping back up more significantly right now. We have a number of countries around the world that Russia, North Korea, China, for instance, some of the countries in the Middle East that would prefer the United States to be weakened or eliminated. What else? Concerns over artificial intelligence and the impact that's going to have on our lives in the future. Accidents that happen on Earth, crime, social media companies that benefit, that profit off of us being addicted to their products. And the list just goes on and on. So what is my point here? Again, my point isn't to be pessimistic. It's just to be realistic and to raise our awareness that these are the things we're contending with on Earth, and they're a pervasive part of our life here. When I was younger, I just didn't pay as much attention to it, but I just see the significance of the impact now. So what can we do? Well, first of all, it's just understanding that these disorders are part of what we're dealing with. Second, we can do our best to positively impact these different, more societal disorders. If we have the ability and the time and the resources to do so, we can certainly do our best at that. But I think at the very least, we don't want to add to the anxiety-provoking things in our lives. So paying attention to what is within our control and making sure that, again, we're not adding to our anxieties. Not causing anxiety in others. That connects into my last point, but there's not causing anxiety to ourselves, but then there's also really being intentional about not causing it to the people that are around us as well. And then lastly, it's developing skills and having an array of tools that allow us to, and I almost use the word cope. I just don't like the word cope, but to thrive with anxiety, even in a place on a planet where there is going to be anxiety. How do we thrive with it here? What are the tools that are at our disposal? And those could be, things that they're the things I'm going to be talking about here on this platform, but some of them are like, meditation, exercise, counselors, psychologists, coaches, friends, therapists. That list goes on and on as well. But and there are many things at our disposal that can help us to live comfortably and to thrive on a planet that that does have a significant amount of anxiety inherent to it.